Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art channel. In today's video it will be the character Mr. Toad from the movie The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Thaddeus Toad Esq, better known as simply Mr. Toad, is the main protagonist of The Wind in the Willows, which made up a segment of Disney's 1949 animated feature film The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. In that film, he is only 8 inches tall, while in most of his later appearances, he is much larger. Mr. Toad is a true friend with his heart in the right place. He has a close relationship with his horse, Cyril Proudbottom, and is clearly close with Water Rat and even closer with Mole. He cares for his friends and enjoys their company. He is also very adventurous, often singing with excitement during his rides across the countryside. However, Mr. Toad's good tendencies are often overshadowed by his conceit and obsession for his latest fads and manias, such as caravans, motorcars, and airplanes. Even imprisoned, he only briefly reconsiders trying to overcome this, and his hesitation to break out, his innocence aside, is equally brief. He is clever, as he is capable of outrunning a horde of officers and another horde of thugs, albeit with help. The inspiration for Mr. Toad was The Wind in the Willows author Kenneth Grahame's only child, Alistair. In his featured segment, Toad is described as an incurable adventurer, with an uncontrollable affinity for fads, such as mountain climbing, big game hunting, boating, and horse cart riding. At the beginning of the story, Toad's transportation manias have racked up a large amount of debt, so while he's out on his latest fad, riding around in a gypsy cart with Cyril Proudbottom, destroying property as they go, Angus MacBadger is trying to sort out his finances. At Angus' request, Water Rat and Mole try to persuade Toad to give up his cart craze, but Toad won't listen. Suddenly, his attention is stolen away by, to him, a vision of beauty, a motor car. Seeing what Toad's newest craze may lead to, Rat and Mole lock him in his bedroom and guard him. However, Toad sneaks out that night and gets arrested for presumably stealing a motor car. In court, acting as his own defense, Toad calls Cyril to testify about the events of that day. Cyril explains that Toad had met up with him after he escaped and, while they were walking, a red motor car drove up to a tavern, instantly snatching Toad's impulses. After the car's driver and passengers, a group of shady weasels, entered the tavern, Toad decided to barter with them. However, he didn't have any money on him, MacBadger had cut off his funds. So he and the weasels, with Winky the barman acting as a witness, drew up a contract designating a trade. Toad gave the deed to Toad Hall in exchange for the motor car, which, unknown to him, had been stolen. The court is unbelieving that Toad would be foolish enough to do something like that, so he calls in Winky as a decisive witness, emphasizing his supposed unimpeachable honesty. However, Winky double-crosses him by claiming that Toad tried to sell him the stolen motor car, so Toad is given a lengthy prison sentence. On Christmas Day, a remorseful and emotionally shattered Toad makes a solemn promise to never let his impulses get the best of him again. However, at that instant, Cyril, disguised as Toad's grandmother, comes into his cell with a disguise for him and a plan of escape. Disguised as an old woman, Toad escapes with the police hot on his trail, stealing a locomotive and then jumping off of it into the river, a foolish action, as his ball and chain kept him underwater for a long time. Having somehow escaped from drowning in the river, a weak and exhausted Toad makes his way to Rat's house, where he and Mole are about to have Christmas dinner. At first, Toad scoffs at the idea that he would be afraid of the police, but when someone forcefully knocks at the door, Toad's confidence evaporates and he pleads for Rat and Mole to hide him. However, feeling that Toad still owes a debt to society, Rat orders a reluctant Mole to open the door. The visitor is actually MacBadger, who reveals that the weasels have overtaken Toad Hall with Winky as their ringleader. With amends made between Toad and his friends, they concoct a plan to sneak into Toad Hall and retrieve the deed to the house from Winky in order to prove Toad's innocence. That night, using a secret passage, the 4 friends infiltrate Toad Hall while the weasels and Winky are in a drunken sleep. However, their positions are soon compromised, resulting in a chase and dangerous game of keep away between Toad, his friends, Winky and the weasels. In the end, the friends escape with Toad holding the deed. On New Year's Day, after Toad's name is finally cleared, Rat, Mole, and Mac Badger gather to celebrate the new year and also to the newly reformed Toad after he gave up using his mania for motor cars permanently. Their jubilance is soon shattered, however, as they see that Toad has once again relapsed, this time into a craze for airplanes. As Mac Badger faints in disbelief and exasperation, Toad and Cyril fly off to see the world in an old-fashioned biplane. First is to draw the head of the Toad, then make the face for Mr. Toad. Next is to draw the body of the Toad, then wearing an uniform outfit for Mr. Toad. Finally, draw 2 legs, then draw 2 arms and attach the head under the body for Mr. Toad. So the character Mr. Toad from the movie The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad has been completed. If you like this video tutorial, please like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Thank you everyone and see you soon.